people will say there's a church on every corner, and yet why do we have children in foster care that are not in loving homes? And so we really felt like we needed to go to the churches. We needed to help the churches to understand that there's a crisis. One day, somebody came by my office and said, "Hey, do you know anybody that wants 2 kids?" And I was like, "What?" And he was just like, "That's like a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old." And I was like, I don't know. The next day, I was just driving in my car, and God just started speaking to me, saying, "I know who wants those kids. You want those kids."
We just felt alone as we were going through the process. We didn't know a lot of other people who had adopted, and you're getting to know these new children, and you're expanding your family, and there's just so many logistics that go with that.
You know, starting off, we were in a crisis. Just 5 kids is hard enough, but dealing with different kinds of trauma, different emotions, and then dealing with our own emotions on top of that was just a lot for us to try to figure out. And so we knew that there had to be a lot of other families that were also struggling. And so if we could build that community for these families, then that would help all of us not just to survive, but to thrive.
Statistics show that 65% of families doing foster care quit in the first year because of lack of support. So we want to remedy that.
There needs to be a huge support system. So that is why we do a lot of what we do is that supportive type role.
We moved here not knowing anyone, and finally there's like people that understand. It's just this sense of belonging, I think, is what it does, because when you feel like you belong, you flourish.
We know that there are a lot of wonderful organizations that are helping in foster care, but unfortunately, a lot of people just don't know what all resources are out there. And so that's where we kind of serve as what's called a bridge ministry. We try to bridge together all the child placing agencies, all the organizations, and then we connect all these groups with churches.
We want to focus on recruiting foster parents from the church because they have a loving community already around them, and they are fostering because they feel called by God to do it. And if you feel like God is calling you to do it, then you probably need to do it.
If you make a difference in the parent's life, it makes a difference in the kid's life. You know, that's when you know you're making a difference. It's because you can see the effect. It's a ripple effect. It's not just one at a timing it. It's going to roll out and multiply.
There is a place for everybody in foster care. It doesn't mean you always have to have a child in your home, but there is always a place you can be involved in foster care.
So basic could be just something, hey, I'm willing to sort clothes in the closet or do a diaper drive or make some casseroles, to that next tier level of, hey, I want to become a certified babysitter so that I can help transport kids, or I can help tutor, or take them to sporting events, or give you guys a night off.
If we change the lives of these kids, they become adults, it keeps cascading. And if we'll do that, our nation and our world will be a radically different place, filled with love and empathy and the love of God.